Tati, Sanbanani, Dumalang, Kuimora. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, especially our foreign guests, members of the media, panelists, and program director, all protocol duly observed. I just want to very quickly, I don't want to take too much of your time, just in fairness to all the newcomers on the platform, especially, I just want to give you a very quick rundown as to why between the AMEU, which is the Association of Municipal Electricity Utilities of Southern Africa, and SAIEE, which is the South African Institute of Electrical Engineers, as to why we decided to have these 6 sessions. About 2 years ago, just before COVID, the impact of the COVID pandemic, both the leadership of the AMEU and SAIEE got together and gave serious consideration to the significantly evolving power generation and power delivery landscape, not only in South Africa, but globally. And inclusive of that evolving landscape is obviously the need to decarbonize the electricity energy landscape, and of course the known challenges related to specifically coming home to the current Eskom and South African municipal power utilities in effectively, excuse me, and efficiently executing their respective service delivery mandates. I think that's common knowledge. We are in a crisis situation in South Africa in that aspect. So there was a need to give serious thought and consideration in crafting out in a shared forum like this of all relevant and diverse stakeholders. And I'm happy that we've got a number of international participants here today on the panel, by debating, deliberating, discussing views, ideas, positions, etc., on how a future-proof, we had the first future-proofing, but how a digitalized municipal distribution power utility would need to look like in the future. And I can tell you the first 2 sessions, we've had excellent comments from global and local people. There was also cognizance and an appreciation that Eskom, which is the major South African state utility, has to also play a significant and important role and in the aforementioned debate and deliberations. Importantly, the AMEU is also of the view that restructuring only Eskom in isolation is not going to solve the known challenges in power generation and power delivery sectors. No doubt, fixing Eskom as also inter alia encapsulated in the announced State President's electricity plan must be given priority. And the AMEU leadership and members support this. But the industry, we contend, must follow soon as part of any future South African utility, let alone a South African municipal utility. So pursuant to that, we decided to come up with 6 sessions, and just without forgetting the point, these 6 sessions are here to whet your appetite, and they're obviously contributing to the future municipal utility. And we decided to take a 10-year window to define that future. And in that journey to the 10-year end state, we obviously have a 2 to 3 year power crisis in South Africa, as mentioned too. So in crafting out that future journey, that end state, we need to factor in importantly, the 2 to 3 year crisis. So, as Ati had mentioned, we had the 2 sessions, very successful. The first one was future proofing. How do we future proof that end state, that future municipal utility? How do we future proof? And we've had an excellent session, as I said. And then the second session, which I alluded to, was the just energy transition and the need to decarbonize that landscape, which I think in the 10 years, by the time we get to the end state, we'll be significantly into that decarbonization journey. So we had an excellent session on Friday. And then today, we're looking forward to the third session, which is the evolving business models. We are of the opinion that in this 10-year journey, that it's not a nice to have. There is a need, either on an evolutionary perspective, or we may to take some concerted action in getting to the evolving business model. So we're looking forward to Ati and the team today for that. And then on the 18th, we've got asset management, physical asset management infrastructure. So that will be coordinated by SAIEE. Then on the 20th, I think it is, we've got grid integration. So how do we look at grid integration in this journey? We would contend that in the first 3 years, asset management and grid integration would play a significant role in fast-tracking or addressing the crisis. In fact, our president, Ramaphosa, always says in the meetings that we've been with him is that we should not waste a crisis. Okay, so he said, albeit we have a crisis, we should not waste it and leverage on the crisis in bringing up all the advantages and pros of that. And then the last one, on the 25th of August, we'll focus on the 3 Ds. And that's just to repeat that the utilities of South Africa, meaning Eskom as a primary state utility and the municipal utilities, are participating in this sessions. So the outcome of the sessions, we believe, will be fully enriched by especially the input of Eskom as a major state utility and the AMEU, and of course by the gracious participation of our international people. So I think without further much ado, all the best for the session today. We're looking forward to your respective contributions. So let me hand back to you. Over to you, Ati.